Hello, this is Naz. Welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a video about 5 manga that I got because of their anime counterparts, and I was basically introduced to these series through their anime, and because that anime had an impression on me that I decided to collect the manga and read through the manga. Sometimes that the anime do not really finish the series, so in a sense it helps me that I get to complete the series through the manga form. So let's just begin. Our first one is After the Rain, or this series that I got introduced through the Amazon, and the quality of the anime is on par with like Violent Evergarden or something like that, the one that is on Netflix, and it's just the quality of the anime that introduced me to this series, and therefore I got it and I enjoyed it, and I'm done with it right now. So I got 1 through 5 here. I let somebody borrowed one from me, so but the series is great. I have one more volume to read, and that is my first series that I got because of its anime counterpart. The second series that I got is Hinamatsuri. I got 1, 2 here. And this series is very, very comical, uses a lot of tropes from pop culture. So here, if it can be seen, that is the classic Terminator. And it's just funny. And definitely enjoy, am happy with the fact that I am collecting it in the manga form. And I am assuming or I am hopeful that I will get more of the story, because I think the first season only covered maybe a part, so the series is not complete, and therefore I'm glad that I have this one too. Another one that I got, and particularly this one that I've seen the first season, is the heroic legend of Arsalan, and I did not even know that there was going to be a manga, and also found out later on that Hiromu Arakawa does it was a plus, in that originally when I was watching it I didn't know that some of the characters did look like other characters from Full Metal Alchemist. So I figured, so when I realized that the person that did the character design and illustration was Hiromu Arakawa, I was not surprised. And in truth, I didn't like the second season as much. Perhaps, I don't know, for some reason I couldn't get into it. So I'm hoping that where the story leaves off in the first season, I can get to it in the manga. I think there is volume 11 out right now, and another another volume 11 is out. So hopefully the series continues and tells the story or completes it in a way that it can be satisfying. And this one, Ajin, is also another Netflix series that I encountered, liked it. I didn't finish the first season on Netflix, but it left an impression on me that I am collecting this. So I got about up to 1 through 6. Demi-humans. Even though the anime is 3D on Netflix, it does have a particular that the 3G, excuse me, the 3D graphic is similar to the one that's in Kingdom, and the story is interesting. That is not, it doesn't bother me as much. So, and I think the second season is out. I haven't gone into it, but I'm gonna this one for sure. I'm definitely just gonna read the manga, and then eventually once I finish the manga, I'll probably go back and collect. I mean, probably go back and watch the second season that's on Netflix. And the fifth one, or the last one, but not the least, is also Ultraman, which I've seen on the Netflix, on Netflix, not the Netflix, on Netflix. And yeah, I've seen the first season. It was great. I like the way the story concluded. And I'm pretty sure that Ultraman is well known, and that it had a TV series, and that this is more of a sequel slash reimagining of the original Ultraman. And yeah, that I am a mecha person. I mean, I love mech and suit wearing armor, all that is up my alley. So definitely gonna collect this and read it. Just got it. So Ultraman is pretty much one of those. So these are my 5 current series. Well, this one's done. That I'm collecting. That I've collected because of their, anime counterpart. Because of the impression that the anime has left on me. Another thing that I wanted to talk about was One Piece. And originally, when I started collecting manga, I collected it because I wanted to enjoy One Piece in manga form. One Piece pretty much has like up to 900 episodes actually, and in that, for one to really enjoy it, you have to suffer through the pacing of that series. And originally, I watched it until the Fisherman arc, and after that, I just couldn't watch it no more. When I was younger, I think I had the patience to sit through some of the prolonging, the stretching of the series, the way the animation was done, and the pacing was just horrible. But for some reason, when I was younger, I didn't really find it as a problem. Now, when I try to go back, I just can't sit through an episode. I'll probably fall asleep, and because of that, so I thought just to finish that series, and I love it so well, I started collecting manga. That was my original intention, that I was hopefully gonna finish that series through the manga, and mainly because people have been raving about the Wano arc recently, but I'm not gonna watch that. I mean, I just can't sit through it. Even if the animation is very good, the pacing is still gonna be horrible because the series is caught up with the manga. It's caught up with Oda's writing 1 chapter a week. So I don't know how they're gonna remedy that problem. The fact of the matter is they can't bring any other content. I mean, it's either gonna be fillers or they're just gonna prolong it like DBZ, where they pretty much move the camera from one scene to another and waste maybe 4 or 5 minutes. Or they have Zoro basically running for 7 episodes because of these sense of direction. That was not even that bad to begin with. Now it's like his sense of direction is so horrible. When he sees Nami running one way, he's gonna run the opposite way. Really? It's like that's the trope that they're using to prolong the series, or it's just pitiful, really. And I know people are raving about it every day. Oh, the new episode or category, or I haven't even seen Dressrosa. I couldn't get into Dressrosa. I mean, I just can't. It's like 2 years or 3 years. I don't know how many episodes it is. I watched a little bit of the Zao and a little bit of Cake Island. I didn't even get to that famous category versus Luffy battle. I just heard about it, seen it, clips on YouTube. But other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So it's like, this is the conundrum I'm having as an anime enthusiast, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are having that problem. Another series that I similarly have that problem with is Detective Conan. I've loved it, watched it because of the fact that in the beginning, originally what drew me to Detective Conan was the plot that Shinichi or Conan was shrunk because of the pill that he took from an organization that wanted to kill him, and that organization is called the Black Organization, I suppose, and the mystery that revolves around that organization. That is the reason why I continue to watch the series, and I've been watching it for 700 episodes plus, and that arc, or that, has not been solved. It has not been resolved till this day. The series has been going on for 20 years plus. The series is so good and so famous that it actually has a name, Conan, after there's a city named Conan, and that's named after the series in Japan. So for a series that good and that great, they're just rehashing the same thing over and over again. Something happens, a mystery, somebody dies, Conan solves it in maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and that's been going on. Pretty much became that Pokemon problem where Ash has been the same age for how long? Who knows? So that's like now the remedy. So the problem that I had with watching the anime, where the episodes are 900 plus, was getting 90. One Piece has 90 volumes or so right now. So if I get that, I could probably just read 1 volume a day and catch up to the story. But I know I'm not gonna read the first maybe 70 or 60 volumes because I've already seen the anime. So for me to go out and collect that much manga is like, I don't know. I don't have enough the shelf space, first of all, and the fact that I have to spend that much money on it. And I know I'm not gonna read all of it. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna sit down and just reread it. I know the story. I've seen the anime a couple of times. I've seen like the Eni when I was younger. I watched the Enies Lobby arc maybe twice. So for me to go back and reread that is like probably not gonna happen. So and I don't like buying the manga from where I left off. So I need to see a continuity on my shelf as far as the number of volumes. So it has to begin with 1 and end at 90. And it's like, what are you gonna do? So I don't know what I'm gonna do with One Piece, even though I started collecting for that reason, to get the manga, to finish the story that I loved, to see Luffy, I guess, achieve his dreams or what have you. And now I'm just in purgatory, basically. Don't know what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so that's that. And Detective Conan, I just gave up. I gave up halfway. I was like, I'm good. You know, it's, that dark organization thing is never gonna be solved for me because I know I'm not gonna get the manga. They call the case closed here in America. It's like, well, we're good here. So that is that, and particularly that problem that prolonging the series as far as One Piece is concerned. Inuyasha is one series that struggled from them redoing the same thing, the same plot over and over again. It was just prolonged for years. That, yeah, there was no way around it. But now, hopefully, that a lot of the studios are taking breaks between seasons, which is helping us a lot. My Hero Academia takes like a break for about a year, comes back, which is good. I don't know if One Piece is gonna do that. It will never do that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're gonna milk that cow. So these are some of the series that I'm seeing, realizing that there's no way for me to complete them. They're just gonna be there forever, somewhere in the back of my head. No way to finish it. Fisherman arc was horrible. It's just terrible for me as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, originally that was the idea, to collect One Piece. But now, even with what's his name, Togashi, Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter as people call it, I did not have a problem with him taking that much hiatuses, because the silver lining for me out of him taking so many hiatuses is, I assumed, or as on my part, just an assumption and a conspiracy, that perhaps maybe while he was on these hiatuses, his mind was working. He was fermenting the idea for the next arc. So for him to take a break away from the chapters that need to come out every week, improved the series. And that's just an assumption on my part. Perhaps instead of, like Oda or Bleach, Taichi Kubo, where they have to, every week they have to bring out a chapter, and we can't expect that chapter is going to be, flatline, is going to go incline every time. The series is just going to be good forever. It's going to decline because of the fact that they have to bring out a chapter every week, constantly, forever, for eternity. There is no end to it. So Bleach, I think that's what he suffered from. He suffered from the fact that the guy has to write a chapter every week, and no rest, nothing, no break, no contemplation, no pondering. So for Tagashi, for me personally, I kind of felt that him taking that, I was mad and I was angry as much as everybody else, but him taking that break away from the series, perhaps, in my opinion, maybe fermented his ideas and made it better. He could have reflected on it, and therefore the series is strong, in my opinion. From the beginning, it just gets stronger, it gets better. So, yet, it's been going on as long as One Piece, and One Piece is 90 volumes, and Hunter x Hunter is 40 volumes or something like that. You see the difference? Yet the quantity over quality. So we have to think about it like, okay, do we want these artists, mangas, just bringing out banging out a chapter every week, and with no rest, and they're not thinking about it and pondering the idea. They don't have enough time to maybe even re-edit, rework, or their thought pattern. So we're quarreling, we're mad at the fact that maybe perhaps one Attack on Titan is taking a break, even though, well, the alternative is the Dragon Ball Z problem, or the One Piece problem, where the series is stretched. They're gonna redo a rerun last time on Dragon Ball Z, and you're gonna have 7 minutes of every episode dedicated to them retelling us what had happened, or you're gonna have that flashback that has been a virus in Naruto. That's the alternative if they don't take the breaks. And that's why I have no problem with animes taking breaks, seasonal breaks, or some of the artists like Takashi going on hiatus. Personally, I believe that maybe sometimes some of these creators need to go on hiatuses and just contemplate on those ideas, and it's going to be better for us as consumers, as readers, people who enjoy the content. I think we're personally going to love it. And yeah, that is my little rant for the day. Thanks for watching, and peace.